So for a long time, I was making a bunch of shorts for Instagram or YouTube, TikTok, whatever, because since everyone else was making shorts, I thought that was the best way to get attention so that people would buy digital products or online courses. Because essentially, as a freelance videographer and then video business owner, my whole job was to use shorts to sell people's products. And while I was able to make a lot of good videos, and I was even able to produce a lot of shorts that got a good amount of views, they didn't really have the same result in sales or actual revenue results like the client wanted. But what I didn't realize at the time was that these videos were getting exposure, but not deep exposure. Meaning, yes, a whole bunch of people would see a 30-second or 40-second short, but in terms of actual exposure to what the business was selling or what the company had to offer, that's where those shorts were honestly lacking. And so for a long time, I've known that the best way to get exposure to potential clients is through longer videos on YouTube. YouTube is different from Instagram and TikTok because YouTube heavily relies on search. So if someone finds your video, it's because they're looking for it. And if they're looking for your video, it's because they're trying to solve a problem. So if you're able to crank out enough videos that work your client through a process or educate them on a certain subject, it becomes much easier to get the client to trust you because they're spending a whole lot more time with you. If you got one potential client to watch a 10-minute video, that's the same amount of information that they get from 20 different shorts on TikTok or Instagram. And if you were to get 1,000 people to watch a 30-second short on Instagram, that'd be the same amount of watch time as if 50 people watched a 10-minute video on YouTube. And so once I understood all the benefits of having longer videos that you can put on YouTube in order to promote the products and services in a business, and then I realized it's not as effective having just a little handful of videos hosted on your YouTube channel as compared to having a whole library of content. And so now the main thing I focus on is YouTube channels for businesses, particularly SaaS businesses, education related businesses, coaching, professional development. I work with a lot of companies that usually have long sales cycles, and I help them outsource the vast majority of that sales cycle to videos that potential clients can watch on YouTube. The more content your potential client is exposed to, the more likely they are to trust you. And YouTube is a platform where it's relatively much more common to be interested in information around higher end products or services. When it comes to more basic and inexpensive products, I definitely think Instagram or TikTok is a great way to go. But when it comes to things like online courses, online programs, software, subscriptions, larger investments, serious decisions like real estate, it's better to have a library of content that's ready to go, that's able to educate your viewer in a way that gets them to trust you. Yes, in certain ways, it's important to explain what makes your company different from others. But honestly, the most important thing is that these potential clients see your face and hear your voice. Yes, they can go through your website. Yes, they can read the text, but it's not the same as looking in your eyes in a video and understanding that you're somebody that they can actually trust. However, the biggest obstacle that most business owners run into when they try to start a YouTube channel, they underestimate just how much time and effort goes into making all these videos, whether it's writing scripts, coming up with topics, editing, as well as management. The main service that my company provides is a streamlined process to quickly generate that library of content for you. If you already made videos for your business or content here and there or webinars, my company can easily repurpose those videos into content that's 5 to 10 minutes long and can be put on YouTube. This way, you're taking advantage of content that you already have, but you're making it searchable, digestible, and helpful in a way that makes them trust you and want to learn more about you. They don't want to watch an hour-long video. They want to get their problem solved and then be on the way. And if you don't have content that you can repurpose, then my company also does a remote recording process through an online studio. So that entails recording in an online studio that feels essentially like Zoom, but ends up looking much higher quality. By speaking to an actual human on the other end, business owners are easily able to come off as an expert because they're able to have a genuine connection with someone in the process of recording the content instead of the lack of confidence that many people have when they're recording by themselves or looking at a camera in general. So then, as a result of that process, we'll be able to make content that's 5 to 10 minutes long. And in that way, a business YouTube channel that would have taken a long time to populate can be filled up incredibly quickly. And so if you want to understand my process better or see other examples that I've done in the past, feel free to look at my website. And you can also reach out to me on Instagram if you're interested in services.